Hello traders, good afternoon. Today is the 10th of October. Current time is 3:31 p.m. IST. So today is episode 18 for the post-market analysis sponsored by Tradeducation. So before I share today's analysis in the episode 18, just to give you a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and you need to consult an investment advisor or a financial advisor before investing or before participating in any trade related activities. Also, all the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only. So with that, let me quickly go to my bank nifty. Sorry, to let me share my screen and let me quickly start for today's analysis. So today in Nifty, what I was observing is yesterday we had a sort of an outside bar. So so this was the range which I was expecting, and you won't believe, but today I was anticipating that today we will be having some sort of a balancing movement. And yes, we did had this sort of balancing development happening. So with that, let me quickly move to the market profile charts, and I'll share what are the things I was looking today. So some of the reference areas which I was looking at: the high and close, the developing point of control, and the low of yesterday. So if you see yesterday, the profile, it's more like a trend day, and also there were a lot of anomalies, multiple anomalies, and moreover there were a lot of HVNs, which so there were so many levels which I was monitoring today. So today I had a very good day in terms of trading. Today I made around 10% of my capital. So currently, what is my just I'll share what is the overall performance or the weekly performance. So at the moment, I'm still short. I'm still short of by 5% or by this much amount. So this is the experiment which I'm running, wherein I started with 10,000 capital, and I'm only trading in options with one lot. So so I started this on 29th of July. Today is 10th of October. So at the moment, this was what I planned, but this is the actual. So there is still a variation of 5%. So overall, I'm quite happy, and I'm able to basically follow my rules. I'm basically the reason why I'm able to achieve this level is nothing but I've been disciplined. That is point number one. Second point is I'm using market profile to first understand the context, and then only I take a trade when the auction is coming in my direction. So that was all. That is what has helped me to achieve this level. So now let me go back to the market profile chart, and the trades which I had today is, so this is today's open. This is today's open, and this was a single print level. So yesterday I shared that we need to monitor at this HVN level in the high. But what happened is there was a sort of rejection seen at this single print level. So in the E period, when I saw this type of activity happening, somewhere in the B period, that's where I went short, and I exited at this particular single print. So that was one short trade. Next, again, I got one more opportunity to short at the highs. Again, the reason is, so there this was a single print area indicating that some sort of selling activity would be coming in. So an exhaustion was seen again at this level. So I again went short, targeting this level, because there is where there are a lot of stops or a lot of activity which happened yesterday. So this was in the D period, and this I was able to achieve in the E period. So this was the second short trade. I would also like to share the VSA chart. So that also helped me for sharing the trades and the trade location. So what I've done is I've just marked the highs and the lows of the first 15 minutes. So whenever it was reaching this high, there was this VSA sell signal which was coming in. So that's where I indicated to I took up a short trade targeting the lows. So when it reached the lows, again, if you see here there were very good signals. So this was also the third trade which I took a long trade. I exited here. Then I saw a sort of VSA signal here, so I again entered short here, targeting the lows. So this was the fourth short trade. So today I had two trades here, one trade here, one trade here, and then I exited. So I had very good. I had four trades, and it helped me. So it was 1:10 risk to reward ratio, and I was able to make about 10%. So there's a pretty good day. Looking at the expiry session or the expiry day. So that's how I exited my, or that was what my trade plan was, and that is how I was looking forward to it. So today, I was anticipating that we should clear all. So there were all these anomalies, but it did not happen. Also, it did not touch this prominent or this point of control. But what we are seeing is more of sort of a balancing activity, and this sort of double distribution. So tomorrow, the reference areas which I'll be carrying forward is this reference, the highs and the lows, and it's more of an inside day. Single prints of this and up to this area. So if you see today's low is exactly at this single print level. So some sort of mechanical buying was seen today. Let me also take you to the volume profile chart, and it will help you to understand the what I'm trying to share. So what happened is, so this is the value area low. This is the today's auction. So when it reached below, that was a good opportunity to short, targeting this area, but it did not happen. But what is happening is we are expecting, it is happening in a sort of sideways movement, and also it is happening at this particular HVN level. So tomorrow we need to see whether we are seeing some sort of balancing activity, or the emotional buying which was seen yesterday. We are seeing a long liquidation, or we are seeing clearing of these weaker references. Okay, so that is what my action plan, or my thought process will be for the Nifty chart. Now let me quickly take you to the Bank Nifty chart, and so from the daily chart, what I'm seeing is, so yesterday was not an outside bar, but yesterday there was again emotional buying happening, and today is more of an inside bar. Volatility is pretty high, so pretty high volatile markets, and from the daily chart, what I'm seeing is, so today it was stopped at an HVN level. So this is the HVN level, and this is one more HVN level. So 28,000 is a pretty crucial level to monitor for tomorrow. What is going to happen? Also, it is going to be a psychological level. So let me quickly jump to the market profile charts, and so today these were the reference areas which I was looking at. Uh, I was also looking at, so when it opened, so this was an HVN, this was an HVN. So a lot of HVNs, a lot of signals, a lot of signs you get to, you can take a short trade. So if you missed this, that's fine. If you missed this, that's fine. So this is where where there was a good opportunity to take a short trade, because this was an HVN also. This was a point of control. So a sort of rejection was seen. So you could have taken a short here, uh, targeting this HVN, and the lows. Uh, Also, if you see this got rejected in the single print area. So I was expecting the option to reach this HVN level, but it did not happen. But what is happening is it is just trading inside the yesterday's range, and the yesterday's value. So this is the yesterday's value. So it is traded. So value is overlapping today. So no clarity in terms of what is going to happen tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to mark the HVN levels. So today this is the HVN level which I'll be marking the lows and the highs. So this is where I'll be seeing what is happening in the auction for the Bank Nifty tomorrow. If you are also Bank Nifty trader, there were a couple of very good trade entry locations from the VSA chart. So if you see, this was yesterday's VWAP. Sorry, this is yesterday's VWAP, and the VWAP started building lower. So this was a very good trading opportunity wherein you could have shorted, keeping the stop loss of this. So this was 28,520. So 500. So if you're trading in futures, so 500 points is pretty big. Sorry, not 500 points, 100 points is pretty big. But maybe if you're trading in options, so you can put a 50-point stop loss. So this was a pretty good trade location. Again, this is where you got a trade entry. So overall, if you see what the context was telling in Bank Nifty is that sellers are dominating the market. One more thing is we are having a sort of an inside day. So this is a sort of an inside day. The value is overlapping. Also, the value has shrunk a bit compared to. So this was the yesterday's value in Bank Nifty, and the value is developing lower. So it is forming in a sort of a 2-day balance. So we need to see whether we are seeing any continuation to the downside, or whether we are seeing a rejection, and then we can take a long. So these are some of the thought process which I have for trading Bank Nifty. Now let me quickly go to Reliance. So Reliance also we had an outside bar and then followed. So today we are having a continuation to the upside, indicating that the buyers are dominating the market. One more thing is there was a new sentiment today in Reliance. I saw it in by Bloomberg. So I'll just share. So I follow the Bloomberg on the Telegram channel. This was what the news is. It came out at 9:40 that it makes a U-turn and there are no more free calls and whatnot. But this is what I was looking at, indicating that 9:40. So in the B level, so in the B period, I was expecting to clear the single print, but it did not happen. But what has happened is, so this is the highs, or this was the big range, and this was the monitoring reference, and post this, the auction is still developing higher. So that is a good sign for buyers. Also, we have sort of a rejection from the highs of yesterday and from the HVM. So this is today's open, and we are seeing a sort of rejection here. So that is a pretty good trade location where you could have entered. Some of the good entries which were found from the volume spread analysis chart is, so there were a couple of entries. So if you missed this rally, that's fine. So you just mark the high, and you just see what is happening at the VWAP. So once we got this signal here, we got another signal here to take a long targeting the high. So once it reached the high, so there was this third signal also which gave a long signal. Once you reach the high, this was also a good trade location to enter a short. But then the market was just balancing and it was just going sideways. So this is how you could have traded if you are trading Reliance. Now let me go to crude, and something major has happened today in crude. So crude, what is happening is after this big inventory downfall, right now we are just seeing a sort of correction, and nothing. What we are seeing is nothing but smart money. They are accumulating their long positions. Now, why I'm telling long is that we'll be able to look from the volume profile or the daily volume profile charts. So if you see here, this is where the buyers started stepping in. This is one location 3700 where buyers have started stepping in, and this was the HVN level. This is also the HVN level. So they are, so this is where a lot of, or you can see this is the demand zone, or this is the buying zone wherein buyers will be present. So if today the auction reaches here, we need to monitor that the buyers are stepping in, and they are able to take control of the auction. So let me quickly jump to the market profile chart. So yesterday in the US session, what we are seeing is more of a sort of a balancing activity. In the overnight session, we had a double distribution. So this was the monitoring reference, which you could have carry forward. So today, if you see in the US session, that's where we are seeing a sharp decline or a sharp rejection. So this was a good trade entry or a trade location where where you could have went short. In the morning also there were very poor highs and poor lows, indicating there was no clarity. So what I was doing is I was just monitoring what is happening at this low, at the so this is the overnight session low. And what happened is there was again the forward lows, and again the auction came below and came higher. So this was one more trade location, where you could have taken a long. So today what I'm expecting is, so this is more of a B shape. So we are still in a balanced, we are still, it's still in the accumulation state. So just wait for the US market session to open to understand, what's going to happen. But the reference which you need to monitor is the highs and the lows and the point of control. So this is, so right now buyers are doing a good job. They are trying to take the auction higher. So these are the levels, which you need to monitor. So with that, I'll be ending this session, and would like to thank you for your time, and would request you to please do subscribe to my channel, and do like this video, do share this video, And do comment. Feel free to let me know your comments, and also do subscribe to my Telegram channel to stay updated, because today I shared a lot of information in the Telegram channel for the Bank Nifty volume profile chart and the Nifty volume profile chart. So with that, I would like to end this session, and I would say thank you and take care. Yeah, bye for now.